It's new innings for Max India. The $2 billion group with interest in healthcare, IT and the financial services space has now been split into 3 entities from today. How's it going to work? Well, the group will now have 3 separate business verticals, with Max India being renamed Max Financial Services Limited. That's going to focus solely on the life insurance business. That's, of course, a 74-26 joint venture with Mitsui Sumitomo Insurance from Japan, the only listed life insurance business in the country for now. The group's founder, Aniljeet Singh, will be stepping down from the post of chairman, and veteran banker Dalal has been appointed chairperson of the company. The second unit, named Max India, is going to oversee health and related businesses. That also includes Max Bupa Health Insurance, in which Max India has a 74% stake, and Bupa of the UK the balance 26%. The old age home venture Antara. The third unit, Max Venture and Industries, will manage the specialty packaging firm business and all other new entrepreneurial ventures that Aniljeet Singh will remain the chairman of and may want to launch into in the future. Current MD Rattles has been elevated to the position of president of the Max Group. That's going to be the holding company for all the 3 entities. CNBC TV 18 caught up with Aniljeet Singh and Rahul Khosla. Here's our conversation.
Max Financial Services, in the new setup, owns 74% of Max Life.
Right.
If there is an opportunity for either the promoters to divest a piece to be able to raise their stake in any other business, that could be. FIIs and the like, who would like a sliver of this piece, we will certainly, and strategics, we will certainly engage.
There's been interest that's been expressed by international players.
Sure.
Have those conversations, have they led to any advanced talks at this point in time?
There's a lot of interest as well from all kinds of shareholders, potential shareholders. Be they FIIs who are looking at small pieces and being financial investors, to also strategics who are not here, as well as strategics who are here.
Given the competitive landscape and largely in the insurance business with the private backing of banks, would it make sense then for an Axis Max Life deal?
Have we ever talked to Axis about this option? We have. But Axis seems to have taken a position that whilst they are exceedingly keen to grow the distribution side of the business, they don't per se want to be investors in the manufacturing side of the business. So, okay, we don't know what will come up tomorrow.
From the Max Financial Services perspective and the Max Healthcare or Max India perspective, where do you actually see the possibility of dilution being much more real today?
The financial factual answer to your question is Max Financial Services. Because having equalized with life healthcare in our healthcare business, and the headroom is smaller. And with Bupa, the headroom is smaller. The value creation or the value realization opportunity in Max Financial Services is higher.
But what could be the allied opportunities that you could look at as far as Max Financial Services are concerned?
So you could get, so there are 3 types, right? One is you could simply go and acquire another company which is currently there. Now, we would not acquire a company just because it has a book of business. We would acquire a company because it has some
tangible assets. Do you have potential
assets.
targets in India that you've identified already?
We have.
Have you spoken with anyone?
We have started those conversations, and I must say our board is very supportive. The second piece is actually a straightforward distribution deal for bank assurance.
Give me a broad timeline by when we could actually see a decision on some of these things.
No, it's firstly the gate only opens on April 1.
Right? Sure.
Yeah? I would say the next 12-18 months we'll see a lot of action in terms of discussions and so on and so forth. And I suspect it's within that period of time that we will see something break with respect to either distribution or an acquisition or a merger.
And you guys had an entire conversation over the weekend. A day after automakers made a beeline to meet with the Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari to express their concerns over the availability of better grade fuel which meets the BS6 norms to be rolled out in 2020. Nitin Gadkari tells CNBC TV 18 the onus lies with the government to ensure petrol and diesel compliant with BS6 will be made available pan-India. Speaking to Shireen, the minister said he doesn't see why car makers in India can't leapfrog to a stricter emission norm, especially since some of them are already building those engines for the foreign markets.
Many of the automobile companies, they are exporting their car of Euro 6 standard to the different part of the world from India. It's the fact. Now, as far as the fuel is concerned, they are absolutely correct. This is the responsibility of the government. And when we take this decision, 1 April 2020,
Yes.
about Euro 6 norms of emission, we have already considered all the problems related with our different departments. The Petroleum Ministry is going to invest 30 to 40,000 crores for making modernization of their all these petroleum complexes and refineries. I want to give a clear message to the industry that it is our responsibility. I will also make the follow-up for that. Their argument is that in the different parts of the world, for one Euro standard from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, the time limit given by the government at that time is 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. And we are expecting it just 5 years. So this time period is not correct. You should increase it. That is their. That is the.
Are you willing to reconsider?
No, just I want to explain. But now the problem is that the pollution is a big issue now.
Yes.
It is a very sensitive issue. We are already taking the experience in Delhi. There also one good suggestion from their side regarding the most vehicle of Euro 1, Euro 2 of the standard who are creating more pollution. What action you are taken against them? That was one of the reasons they are asking. Now we are also preparing the vehicle scrapping policies.
Yes.
We are inviting all suggestions from the industry and from the people.
But by when are we likely to see a final scrappage policy in place?
Within a month I will go to the cabinet.
Within a month?
Yes. We are already on the process. We are working on it. And after the approval of the cabinet, we will declare the policies. We will try our level best to make it target 30 kilometers per day. We want to complete it. For the next year, we will definitely decide a target. Still now, up till now, we are not decided. But it will be naturally more than 30 kilometers. But my inherent target is not for the public, neither any commitment from my side. But I am interested to build up the capability in my department of making 100 kilometers per day.
But you're still not doing anywhere close to 30 kilometers a day. I understand it's between 17 to 18 kilometers currently.
Somewhere 19 to 20. Actually, the toll collection by our national road, it is a part of the revenue for the government. And the second thing, the cess on diesel and petrol, that is also is a part of my budget for my department. So considering these two amount, it exceeds more than 55 to 60,000 crores approximately. So I feel that definitely for this I will get good budget. And one thing is very clear, that our finance minister is very much committed for the progress and development of infrastructure in the country. Now the stall project already 90% of the problem already we have solved. The last 18-19 project we are facing some problems, project to project. So we are now submitting a cabinet note to the cabinet, and we will request Honorable Prime Minister and the cabinet to appoint a committee under the chairmanship of Finance Minister, and project to project with the permission of the Finance Minister and that committee, we will take the decisions. But we want to close this subject.
And you can catch an entire conversation with Nitin Gadkari over the weekend or log into our YouTube channel as well. Now, this is a paradigm shift for M&M. After leading the race in the SUV market for more than 2 decades, M&M has launched a product that marks the first for the company. This mini SUV, compact SUV, the KUV 100. With this, M&M is driving into the mass market to take on premium hatchbacks, be it the Maruti Suzuki Dzire or the Hyundai Grand i10. It marks the entry of M&M into the petrol space. So this car being launched at a time when the National Capital Region, the diesel cars above 2000 cc are being banned in the National Capital Region. Till the 31st of March, that is. The petrol variant is priced at 4.42 lakh rupees, while the diesel variant at 5.22 lakh rupees ex-showroom Pune. In this conversation with Farah Bukwala Vora, the M&M ED, Pavan Goenka explains how the KUV 100 will forge a new path for M&M.
We want to do an in-house petrol engine.
Right.
We had never done a ground-up petrol engine. It was tempting for us to say, let's go and buy an engine because petrol engines are easily available.
Right.
The challenge was to decide that we want to do an in-house petrol engine. I'm very glad that we did, because finally I'm very happy with the outcome that we have in terms of the M-Falcon.
And it comes at the right time as well.
Comes at the right time also. Now, we have tied up with 3 e-commerce platforms already. One is Flipkart. Second is carandbike.com from NDTV. And the third one is M2All, which is a Mahindra e-commerce platform. So these 3 will be selling this, and we will be open to tying up with more e-commerce platforms.